I'm standing on the stretch between the Obetsebi Roundabout-Circle and the Kwame Nkrumah Interchange. Last week, my colleague Kamla Adum was here to report about the fact that on both sides of the road, the drains are absolutely clogged. Clogged with overgrown weeds, clogged with plastic waste, clogged with rubbish, and clogged with all sorts of other things.
This is the Awudome Cemetery area, few meters away from the Kwame Nkrumah Interchange. Right by the fencing is a drain taken over by weeds. Human activities close to the drain are minimal. But as we move up the stretch, we discover a displeasing spectacle. It may look like a dead end, but it's not. It is actually a drain along this stretch. An unpleasant clatter of plastic water bottles, drink containers, remnants of disposable packs used for selling food, among many other containers, twigs that have gathered here and have essentially blocked the passageway right under this bridge to the other end. Imagine what will happen here if there is a heavy rain or a heavy downpour. All of these may spill over onto the road and essentially floods will occur. Few meters up, a top layer of algae and waterweed. The situation in front of a Royal House chapel appears different. The portion of a drain had been desilted, but the opening for the dark polluted water is blocked. Pedestrians and commuters here have to endure the foul stench wafting from the stagnant water. According to them, whenever it rains, the entire stretch gets heavily flooded.
The gutter itself has choked. Normally,
the entire area gets flooded whenever it rains. Flood waters from Kaneshi all the way down this stretch because of choked gutters.
Even back inside, very serious.
They say some contractors were here to cut down trees along the road to make way for some construction works. But the situation since then remains dire. They cut off the trees to make way for some construction work. The pollution continues. Several companies here are negatively impacted by the rains. The State Housing Company, banks, STC, among others, are just a few. Anochi believes the attitudes of people must change. People dump litter in the drains here because there are no dustbins as well. This is the other side of a drain on the Obetsebi Roundabout-Circle stretch, and earlier you saw on the other side of a drain where the hole had been taken over by plastic water bottles, drink containers and disposable food containers. This is where all of that is supposed to come through and then onwardly flow under this particular bridge into a drain across my left. But as it stands now, because of a choking at the other end, the water here is stagnant and all the refuse and the plastic that we saw in the drain there remain there. These drains flow into the main Odo, which is being dredged by dredge masters. Our visit Monday revealed they were at site desilting. But the question some have asked is, what happens to these small waterways and drains which have been completely taken over by unwanted materials and weeds? The Accra Metropolitan Assembly says it is part of a plan to desilt all drains on road shoulders in preparation for the rains.
This morning, we're happy to report that some work is being done. We've been told that the plan is to clear the whole side of the road of all the plastic, all the waste, and also of all the overgrown weeds. The other side of the road will also be targeted once this side has been done. I've been told by one of the men working on the trucks that what is collected from here is going to be taken to the Kolebu Road. We bumped into Director of Drains Maintenance Unit of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Mr. Graham Saba, and he is telling us and has assured us that the work will be seen to completion. Concerning our concerns about the rubbish, he says that what happens is that most of it is sand. And so they're taking it to the mortuary road where they will leave it to dry out. And once it has returned to its original state as sand, it will be disposed of. The waste from it, the plastics and other things, will be taken out of it and will be disposed of appropriately. He's also said that there will be a press briefing next week, Friday, where the mayor will meet the press to let us know and to take us around the sites to show us what has been done. My name is Enima Enimado for Joy News.